So we're often asked, what is our favorite pressure cooker? What are our favorite accessories? So today we're going to go over them one by one.
These are a few of our favorite things. So I'm Jen.
And I'm Barbara.
And we're with Pressure Cooking Today.
So let's start off with our favorite pressure cooker.
Favorite of all. I mean, they're all like, you can't choose your very favorite one, but this one's it.
It's not the most expensive.
No, it's not.
It's kind of a mid-range, but we love it because the flat bottom.
It's got all the features that we really like. It's got, so open it up. On the lid, it's got these little lid fins that sit right, but they sit back in a way instead of a lot of the other pressure cooker models, they'd sit on the side. This one sits towards the back. This one has the redesigned steam release where there's a little vent and seal switch, and this little cover is super great.
Yeah, it's a little cap and it makes the steam release a little bit softer, a little bit quieter.
Yeah. This is the cooking pan for the Instant Pot Pro. As you can see, it has handles, which make it super easy to get in and out.
And the flat bottom, like I said, so when you're sauteing, all the butter doesn't run to the middle.
You can use it on your stovetop. It is the only kind of pan that the pressure cooker comes with that you can use on your stovetop. So.
And the handles, I love the handles. Mm-hmm. They keep it from spinning around and they stay
cool to the touch.
Yeah.
So you don't need oven mitts or anything to pull it out. You can just do that. But this is our very favorite.
It's called the Pro.
The Instant Pot Pro. And it, the last couple years they've had pretty good deals around Prime Day, Black Friday, other things like that. So you could get it for, a lot of times you can get it for close to within the more budget models. This one is the one I recommend. It's the one I reach for every day when I'm cooking in my kitchen. It is always my first pressure cooker out of the cupboard.
Okay, our favorite budget pressure cooker.
This one is a budget model. This one is the Instant Pot Rio. Do not confuse it with the Instant Pot Rio Chef Series that's available at Walmart, because the Instant Pot Rio has a stainless steel inner cooking pot. The one from Walmart has aluminum anodized.
A ceramic coating, yeah.
So we give the edge to the regular Rio because of the stainless steel pot. It's got some cool little bumpies on the inside of the pressure cooker housing that help prevent this pot from spinning as much. When you're just stirring in it, it doesn't want to spin as much. It's got kind of a streamlined base that doesn't really fingerprint, which is nice when we've been cooking in stainless steel, which fingerprints really easy. We like the plastic base. It doesn't dent quite as easily.
And we really like the steam release on this one.
It's got this
older models had a knob that was close to the steam release, and this one just is separate over here.
Yeah, it still has a switch system that we really like. The steam will come out, and when you switch it, it automatically tilts the pressure release valve backwards. So it releases it automatically. The steam goes kind of away from you, which is a really nice feature. The pressure cook functions are pretty intuitive. The display's pretty intuitive. So this is our budget recommendation. If you can't find the Pro within $10, $20 of your desired price, or if this goes on a killer deal for Black Friday.
It has everything you're going to need in it. It's a great little pressure cooker.
Yep. So next, our favorite pressure cooker air fryer combo. Okay, so our favorite combination air fryer pressure cooker combo is the Instant Pot Pro Crisp. They have an Instant Pot Duo Crisp, which works great. It's a little bit more of a budget model. Again, the Pro Crisp has the things that we really like. It has the handles for the pressure cooking pot. It has the button and dial display combination that we really like.
It comes with some accessories.
So it's got like a dehydrator basket that you can air fry things in, and a little trivet. And the trivet is kind of cool because you can flip it over and it automatically will get your food up. If you're air frying, it gets your food up into like the middle of the pot, which is nice. Or you can just use it as a regular trivet in your pot.
And then it also comes with the air fryer basket.
Mm-hmm, yep.
And it's a 2-layer.
Yeah, which is nice. If you can cook nuggets on top and French fries on bottom. And then it comes with your traditional pressure cooker lid that just would lock into place when you're ready to pressure cook. Same style top that we talked about liking in the Pro Crisp for our pressure cooker. The
Pro Crisp has the same as the regular Pro.
Yes, exactly. I think the lid comes with, the air fryer lid comes with this little handy tray that you can set the air fryer lid on when it's hot, and then you can just turn it upside down. I didn't line it up right. and it seals on and it becomes the base that protects it while it's in your pantry. So I like that feature quite a bit.
So this is an 8-quart, which when you're air frying, you need the extra space.
Yeah,
So that's really what we recommend.
Yeah, if you're gonna have 2 pressure cookers, I always recommend a 6-quart, and then I always recommend the 8-quart ProQuest because you get extra functionality without adding a lot of space, right? One quick note why I give the edge to the ProCrisp over other brands is like the Instant Pot with Ultimate Lid or your Ninja Foodie air fryer pressure cooker combos. Having the lid attached adds so much weight to your system. It makes it, if you've got it on a low covered, it makes it really tricky to get it out. It makes it tricky to move it around on your counter. It makes it tricky to use. So I really like that this one just has a lid that can separate, and then you can lift just the pressure cooker part and then the air fryer part separately. So for me, that's why I give it the edge. All right, so our favorite basket style air fryer is the Instant Vortex with Clear Cook and odor erase technology. It's kind of a mouthful.
It really is my favorite, though. I prefer to have a standalone air fryer and pressure cooker. For me, that works better. And I really like the basket style air fryer.
Yeah. Since we are, Mom's cooking for 2 and I'm cooking for 5, we like both for different reasons. I use the pressure cooker air fryer combo mainly when I want to finish a dish. So I'll pressure cook up something, toss some breadcrumbs on top of it in the pressure cooking pot, and then toss on the air fryer lid, brown those breadcrumbs up real nice, finishes it really nice, or melts the cheese till it's ooey gooey with like those little golden brown spots on it. That's when I use my air fryer pressure cooker combo. But when I want to make some easy chicken nuggets and French fries, or something that the crispiness is of huge importance to me, basket style air fryer all the way.
For me, I like to do a lot of roasted potatoes, and it's easy to shake them up and stir them up in that. If I'm going to reheat a slice of pizza or something, I like to do it in the air fryer. Just do a piece, and
it turns out so much better than microwaved pizza.
It's almost like it was the day before.
Yeah, it's really nice. So we like that there's different models. The Instant Vortex with Clear Cook technology. I think that's the one that you use in your kitchen. It doesn't have this odor erase technology as this little part of the lid that can pop off. And it's got what looks like a magic eraser in here, 2 little, I don't know, they're not magic erasers. They're
filters?
Little filters, yes. Those go in right in there. And it helps it almost cook a little quieter too when we use this along with our Kasori basket style air fryer that we tested out. This one is quieter and the smells are a little bit less strong.
So let me just turn on the light here, because that is a feature that I love. Do you see how you can see into the basket and see how crisp your French fries or potatoes or your little piece of pizza, if the cheese is getting melty? I love that feature.
For me, the window is non-negotiable. That is the reason why I choose this one over the others. It's a great little machine. It works really nice. We've been really happy with it. If you're used to Instant Pot controls, the Instant Pot controls on this are very similar, so it's very intuitive. And again, we have reviews of these on our YouTube. We'll post links in the description. So if you have more questions, you can send us a comment, or you could head on over to the video where we go in depth about how to use it.
So this is the Breville
Smart Oven. And this is our favorite oven style air fryer. The oven style air fryers, so this one's Mom's, and I didn't realize mine at home I have the air fries. Mom's is
an older model that didn't have that feature. But we use this all the time.
I use it more than my regular oven, and we use it at least once a day. It's perfect for making bagels, or we use our garlic bread. We even have 9x13 pans that fit in this one, so we don't heat up the whole house. So
yeah, that's especially great in the summer. As long as your 9x13 pan doesn't have handles, sometimes that's a tight fit. But yeah, I toast my toast in the morning in this oven.
Your avocado toast.
And it is a great, it's a little bit on the pricey side, but it's worth every penny.
We've tried the Instant Pot style, oven style air fryers. We've tried several other brands, and we keep coming back to this one. It's a convection oven, and then the super convection is what it calls its air fry setting. And I love this when you're making big batches, but this, if you want a splurge purchase, this is it. Mom got one, what? You got yours like 15 years ago?
And then all the kids were used to it, and they wanted one for their house. So we're Breville fans.
We're big fans. So this one we highly recommend. And we'll put a link again to our Amazon shop that'll have the link to the smart oven with the air fryer capabilities to it.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about our favorite pressure cooker accessories.
So the pressure cooker, there's a lot you can do on your own, but when you get into pot cooking, that is my favorite. You can make a side dish right in the same pot at the same time as you make your main dish, so it's super convenient. So some of these accessories just kind of open that world up a little bit more.
So let's start with the 7x3"
cake pan. This is the workhorse. We bought a new one so it would look all nice and pretty on the videos. But this is the one that Barbara's been using in her kitchen for the last 5 years?
Yeah, and it just holds up really well, and I use it probably every few days. That's the one that when I reheat meals, pot, I reach for that one.
Yep. So if there's one accessory you're going to buy and you don't have it already, 7x3" cake pan is the way to go. And they work hand in hand with the trivet. Oftentimes your pressure cooker will come with a small trivet that sits, just a little tiny bit up off the bottom. But if you get a tall trivet, this one's like 1.5, and we have one that's 2.7 inches. What happens is you can cook your chicken on there, put that right in your pressure cooker over the chicken, and put your pressure cooking pot on top of it filled with rice or whatever it is you're making.
Right, so you can make a complete meal in one pot.
Yeah, so great. I consider this kind of a package set. And again, all of these will have links to on our Amazon shop. Springform?
Sure. We love making cheesecake.
We have like 17 different cheesecake recipes on our site.
And we like this springform pan because it's so easy to get the ring off. It doesn't leak. We never have problems
with leaking. We don't have problems with it.
And you just close it up by...
It tightens real up. It has a little bit of a well right here, which sometimes, condensation as the steam rises. Sometimes you'll get a little bit of condensation in that rim. When you take your cheesecake out, you just get a little paper towel and you just dry up that condensation, and it works great. So this one's the Nordic Ware. Again, it's a 7-inch springform pan, and we love it.
You are a big fan of the mini mitts. They used to sell these mini mitts. They used to be included as an accessory with some of the higher end Instant Pots. But they don't sell them, they don't include them anymore. But you can buy them, and they're fairly inexpensive.
And you can buy Instant Pot brand, you can buy other brands. They have some that are a little bit thicker. They have some that are like C-shaped, so they just cover like the little bit. They have some that go back a little bit farther. But for me, my hands are kind of wimpy, so when I go to take like a hot pan out of my pressure cooker,
you can just use
the mini mitts, and it protects them, because just going in there, even to grab the sling. Oftentimes we have guess we'll just transition right over to this. This one is your favorite.
Right. I love this, especially because I reheat a lot of foods. Jen said it's just the two of us now. And so you just put the water in the bottom of the pressure cooker, and this acts as your trivet. It acts as your sling to get things in and out. The handle's locked together. Yeah. And this silicone doesn't get hot, so you just lift it out when you're done.
It doesn't get hot for Barbara. For me, it gets hot enough. I still use the mini mitts to pull it out because the steam is hot. So that one is the OXO. I know Instant Pot makes its own brand one. We really have been happy with this OXO, and we've had that for 10 years?
Yeah, a long time.
It's held up really well.
So we should talk about the extra gaskets.
For me, so a lot of times the Instant Pots would come with one gasket and then a spare gasket. Some models do, some models don't these days. But I highly, highly, highly recommend having a second gasket. So if your model came with just the one, Instant Pot sells these separately. They're fairly inexpensive in a 2-pack. And I like to keep my red one for my sweets and my cheesecakes and my more gentle flavored dishes, my rices. But if I'm making something with lots of like salsas and seasonings and sesame oil, I generally make sure I use a separate ring, like the regular ring it comes with. These are made of a food grade silicone, and sometimes these will absorb the smell of the food. And rarely, like cheesecakes, if you're making a cheesecake the day after you made a, I don't know, barbecue chili, yes. Sometimes the smell that will kind of transfer into that very top teeny tiny layer of the cheesecake, and I'm particularly
right.
picky
You have to be very sensitive, or you wouldn't even notice it.
Yeah.
But if you want to be extra careful, put in a sweet ring.
Yes. And then you always have a backup in case your ring gets a crack, or you accidentally, I don't know, the dog gets to it or something like that. You have an extra ring so you can still go on making dinner. So
let's talk about the chopper and the hamburger.
the OXO meat masher. It's got a different name. We'll link to it. This is perfect for any kind of ground meats that you're making in your pressure cooker, on your stovetop, however you want to make it. This is just a little meat chopper. You put your ground beef in and you just kind of chop, chop, chop and twist. And it just breaks up so nice and
much
easy.
Easier, yeah, it's quick and easy. So the last thing we're going to show you with these accessories is an immersion blender. I have the Breville here because I like the accessories that come with it. And you just click the stick blender into it, and then you can blend soups in your pressure cooker. I love that.
This is why we consider this a pressure cooker accessory as opposed to just a kitchen item. It doubles as a kitchen item. It has like a food processor.
Yeah, it's a mini food processor, and I have it set up here for the cheesecake we're going to make in just a little bit. It makes quick work of that.
A beater for whipping cream for said cheesecake. You can kind of do it all. But again, for the sauces and soups and other things, the immersion blender makes real quick work of it.
It's great.
So these are some of our favorite air fryer accessories. First up, we've got our parchment paper. Generally, air fryer parchment comes in two kinds. A kind's with kind of a side rimmed, and then you've got your ones that are just the bottom. And we use these for different things. The ones with the side edges, they really make cleanup a breeze. So if you're making something and you're like, you know what, I want easy, I don't want a ton of cleanup, these are the way to go. They go all the way around the rim of your air fryer basket.
Right, and this style coordinates with these little magnets, which is fun. You just put the magnets on the side of your basket, and it holds
it in place. So like if you're making a corn dog, just a single corn dog, ask me how I know, my daughter wants corn dogs all the time. The heat from the air fryer, the parchment will start to curl up and over if you don't have something to hold it down. So these little magnets are one of our favorite things. They hold it down. Sometimes I'll even use it when I'm using these. I'll just put them right on top just to make sure it stays down and doesn't curl. But the perforations in the parchment paper allow some of that air fryer heated air to go through and actually cook the bottoms of your food, again, while helping to minimize the mess. We've got these little trays. They come in a set with the retriever tongs, which are really useful for picking up hot baskets of food out of the basket of your air fryer. And I really like this particular model because it has these little feet that sit, that just go right on top of the, I don't know, what do you call that, trivet part?
Mm-hmm. The legs.
And it sits up a little higher, so you can put it in your air fryer like that and have it sit a little higher, or not. You get the option to use them, what works. I keep finding more and more uses for these. I love them to make the crispiest French fries ever. I am very particular when it comes to my French fries being just right. And so I'll put my air fryer basket, I'll put my French fries on the bottom in a single layer. I'll put this over it with more French fries in a single layer, more French fries in a single layer, and more French fries in a single layer, so that air can get all the way around it and we don't have any fries that are like half crispy, half still mushy.
So they just sit in your basket style air fryer.
So this is the basket of the Instant Pot, the Instant Vortex, sorry, I will say Instant Pot forever, but it just sits right in on the bottom like that, and you can just hold it right, pop it out, pop it out, pop it out. And then these double as a cooling rack. So we use these in our air fried cookie recipes that we have on our website. They sell parchment paper that's a little bit smaller, or you can just trim this down, which is usually what I do. You trim down the parchment paper, put your cookie dough on top, put it in, and then you have these guys ready to go and pull it out. It works so great. So I really, really, really love these for air frying. They are probably my favorite air fryer accessories so far. And then we have these, which are a similar idea, but for if you've got a pressure cooker air fryer combo. These are the baskets that we use. This is a dehydrator rack, so you can use your air fryer's dehydrator function on it. But they work really nice. You can just slide out the extra racks. So we have a pressure cooking one where we have egg cups to make egg McMuffins. And you can choose, oh, I only want every third one. They need a little bit more room between them. You can even use these if you're making mini cheesecakes and you want something on top of your mini cheesecakes. Those can go right in over them. And you can use them as a layer that way as well. They've been really great to customize. They worked really well. And they have these little handy dandy handles. So again, if you're going into your pressure cooker, you could use 2 retriever tongs if I had 2 out, or you can just use the mini mitts and pull it out all at once. It works really great. We're really happy with it. Okay, so we're here with some of our favorite kitchen accessories. We narrowed it down. Do you want to start off with the Cuisinart?
Yeah, so if you're making cheesecake, I love to use this little hand mixer. The stand mixer, even when you try not to blend it too much, it seems like it mixes it a lot.
For a long time, I was like, why do Mom's cheesecakes always taste so much better than mine? And once I switched to using the hand mixer for the cheesecakes, I was able to get the same kind of results that my mom had. And it's just, no matter what you do, it just whips too much air into that cheesecake batter and the cheesecake will fall.
Yeah, so we really like this Cuisinart model. It comes in this case where it keeps all the...
That's my favorite part. It doesn't, you don't lose all the beaters in your drawer. Keeps everything together, the cord in there. It's got a real intuitive, like the release the beater button is just right underneath. It works really well.
Yeah, so if you're gonna make cheesecake, you're gonna need a mixing bowl to mix it in.
Yeah.
I like this set from OXO. Comes with 3 and has the little
non-stick coating on the
rubber
bottom.
base. It helps keep it in place. It doesn't spin around as you're mixing, so that's really nice.
Got a nice wide thing so you can you get a good grip on it overhead.
Yeah, and if you're just whipping a few egg whites or something, then maybe you need a smaller bowl, just a little bit of cream.
But you got one for your wet ingredients, one for your dry ingredients, and one for whatever else.
And that works out great.
Food scale?
Yeah, so I often these days weigh my ingredients instead of measuring them.
This is especially for baking. When you're baking rolls or cakes or anything where precision makes a big difference, that's when I pull out my food scale.
Right, so with this new one from OXO, the feature of it that's really special is that it pulls out.
It's so nice. So you're weighing it and you can read the numbers on the scale.
So if it's tucked in like that, you can't see the numbers.
And
but
so you're kind of do the bend.
It lets you pull it out and see around those big bowls. So we really like this
My old kitchen scale went out not too long ago, so we've only given this a few test runs, but so far it's been awesome. We are really, really pleased with it. Thermapen?
Yeah, we love the Thermapen. So whether you're testing the cheesecake that you made in the pressure cooker,
or a roast, or
this Thermapen is awesome. It turns
on Thermapen 1
as soon as you pick it up, and as you rotate it, the numbers rotate. So whether if you stick it in from the side, it'll show you that way, or if you're up and down, it'll show you that way. So it's easy to read, and it is so fast.
And it's accurate. I think it's the Thermapen 1 because it's under 1 second to get your reading. It turns off when you fold it back into itself. It comes in a gazillion colors. I brought my purple one because I love my purple one. Mom got one at the fancy Thermapen celebration, so she's got that one. It literally is 10 some odd color, 20 colors? I don't know, a lot of colors. Thermapen does not sell on Amazon, so we have a separate affiliate link for you down below. But they have sales all the time, especially when all the big ones happen. So for me, there's no other thermometer I use.
And if I use this when I barbecue, when I'm pressure cooking, when I'm baking, it's awesome.
They've got one coming out that you can use in the pressure cooker.
That is awesome.
I'm excited.
So when I'm measuring my ingredients, when you're measuring liquid ingredients, I love this little OXO. So they sell it in a set, but they have markings, so I don't know if you can see that on camera, that are inside. So you don't have to go, oh, did I do it right? It's just right inside and you can measure it like that.
It's really accurate. The 3-pack is a 1-cup, a 2-cup, and a 4-cup version. And so when we're making soups, oftentimes I'll fill up my 4-cup with a whole bunch of broth, and then it's just ready to go. I really, really like it.
So back to making cheesecake.
We love cheesecake.
This little tamper tool, I don't know what it's like, $3-4, something like that.
It's a tart tamper.
But it just helps you make the crust. And so anytime you're making a graham cracker crust,
Oreo crust.
you just use this to press it down. And it's just a little thing in keeping your cupboard, but
it works really well. And if you're doing mini cheesecakes, it's got the other end is also a tamper. So in those little teeny mini cheesecake dishes, you can fit it in real nice. It works real good.
if you're making cookies,
this is the vol wrap. Is that how you say it? Vol wrap?
Yeah, these little dishers are the best. They have that little
like scooper outer.
Yeah,
it's
it helps push out the dough.
And like you don't get as tired because it's not a squeeze, it's a thumb thing. So I don't know. I loved it so much from Mom's Kitchen that I bought one for myself, and we've had this like 15 years.
Yeah, I often give those out at bridal showers, a set of them, and
they're awesome.
And I love the little OXO whisk. This is just perfect for my hand size.
It's got that comfort grip to it.
Big sizes, little sizes. Anytime you need a whisk, this is a great size.
Yeah, it's their mini whisk, and it's awesome. This ladle, I got so tired of my ladles like from the grocery store not lasting. This one's an OXO ladle. It's like, I don't know, a couple bucks more than the one you would get at your grocery store, but it doesn't like melt, it doesn't warp, it doesn't take on the smell and get all stainy because you made tomato soup. It's awesome. I really, really love it.
And Jen loves
garlic. So garlic is like so delicious, and it's such a pain in the neck to like peel it and slice it. So you stick your little garlic clove in there and you just like on the counter, and then all the little garlicky paper coating falls off and you get this lovely clove right in your hand. Right. And then you just toss it in this OXO garlic smasher. I've had others. I had a Pampered Chef one. I had like a really cheapo grocery store one when I first got married. But this OXO one, it's a little bit heavier. It does really good garlic smashing. And then this little side over here, you pop it out and it like pushes the garlic that didn't quite smash all the way through out.
It helps you clean it.
So it's worked great. We've had this for like 5 years, and every time we pull it out, even still, I'm like, this is a good one.
So there's some more OXO. We don't get commission or we're partners with OXO, but they just make great products. These salt and pepper shakers, I've had them for maybe, I don't know, 6-7 years, and they still work great. They are adjustable, so you can get a different
little clicker too, so you don't like. I still use the ones from Costco that you just get, and you're like, I can't tell anymore if this is on fine grind or coarse grind, and there's a grinder stuck in there. So this makes it really easy and intuitive to adjust
so you
the
just turn it upside and grind. You just unscrew it to fill it.
And it looks fancy.
Right? I feel like I can put that on the table. But you know, anytime you're making a soup or really any dish, you want to taste it for salt and pepper. Always add salt and pepper to your taste.
When we're saying in our recipe, salt and pepper to taste,
I pull those out of the cupboard
and
I grind a little salt and pepper into it.
They're great. So last but not least, we're going to talk about our cookbooks.
This is the electric pressure cooker cookbook. It's sold over 500,000 copies.
That's
It's been really popular.
You released this in what, 2017? 2018? I don't know.
And
a long time ago.
I spent 2 years creating this cookbook. Anytime I would get a pressure cooker question, I would put that answer in the troubleshooting section. It is full of great information as well as great recipes.
It's 2017. It's been around 7 years, and it's a great cookbook. We still cook from it at my house on a weekly basis. Like, I would say when we're not developing new recipes for the blog, we're pulling out something from this one. It's divided into sections. It's got like a Sunday supper. It's breakfast, sandwiches, soups, Sunday suppers, 30-minute meals, side dishes, and a couple desserts. There's only a couple desserts in there because we have a whole dessert pressure cooker cookbook. Barbara wrote it with Marcy Butters, who's at InstaFresh.
InstaFresh, yeah.
And she is amazing. And so if you are like, yeah, you know, a few dessert recipes is fine, but like, give me all of it. This has cheesecakes and puddings and lava cakes, and it's delicious. So there's a lot of sauces that you can make. Creme anglaise sauce. Very good. And then last but not least, this one, Mom and I co-wrote while I was pregnant with my last baby. Who's 5 now, which is wild. And so it was ready once she was born. The cookbook was ready, and I was ready to make her homemade baby food. But she loved the peaches. We made a lot of like the fruits.
Yeah, so what's great about this one is it's not just baby food, it's toddler food. So when you get to that stage of they're picky eaters, she's got lots of great ideas on how to get them to eat.
And my favorite part is I made it for what I wanted. And what I wanted was a way to make toddler food and make my own food without making 2 separate meals. My kid likes things deconstructed style. She still asks for it that way.
I think most toddlers do.
Yeah, so you can deconstruct it. Like we have a teriyaki chicken recipe where you have all the individual components and they can pick and eat and choose what they want. They can dip the sauce on the side. But then in a very little bit of effort, you can use that diced chicken to make your teriyaki chicken, stir it all together and have dinner. But also the chicken that we cooked can be made into other recipes as well.
Yeah, so it's a great cookbook if you've got little ones, or if you have a baby shower you're going to, it makes a great gift.
So, but this one, coming back to it, if you're new to pressure cooking, just getting started, the beginning section, we have so much information on how to set it up. Same stuff we cover in our YouTube videos, even more detail in here. We've got troubleshooting, we've got everything in here. Each recipe has a tip or a trick to it, so even experienced cooks can learn a lot from this pressure cooker cookbook. It's pretty awesome.
So that's our roundup.
That's our favorite things. If you have more questions, if you're like, but what about, send us a comment. We'll let you know what we love. We're happy
or
to.
leave us a comment. Let us know what your favorite things are.
Yeah, is there something that we should be testing out? Because we would love to. We kind of geek out over this stuff. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and always make sure to like and subscribe.